Okay, karibu katika channel yako pendwa ya Mama Physics. Tunajifunza physics ya theory na practicals. Kuna swali waliuliza juu ya simple pendulum. Swali lilotoka NECTA mwaka huu 2021 advanced level. Paper ni hii hapa. Swali number 1 ambalo ni mechanics. Paper hii hapa advanced level 2021. Ndani ya swali ni swali tu la simple pendulum ya kawaida. Kwa setup of experiment utaseti kama ni pendulum ya kawaida kabisa, kwamba kila wakati uta increase length na uta decrease length. Tumeambiwa kwamba length iko ya 100, then utakuwa unapunguza length according ulivyoambiwa kwenye swali lako. Tunaambiwa kwanza kuanzia 100, then uende 80, uende 50, uende baada ya 50 ulikuwa unakwenda kwenye 40, then 15 itakuwa ni data ya mwisho kwa 10 complete oscillations. Kwa performing of experiment ni kama ulizoziona katika video zilizopita za simple pendulum. Swali lilikuwa hapa kwenye equation. Tumepewa equation sasa na L is equal to K T power N. By using the dimensional analysis, determine the value of A. The value of N, that is that power. Kwa hili swali kiliangalia vizuri, ukifanya hapa kutafuta dimensional analysis, unajikuta kwamba N is equal to 1. Sasa ikiwa N is equal to 1, tukienda kuchora graph kule, graph of L against K, then tukaanza kutafuta the value of K, inatukatalia kwenye hizi unit tulizopewa. Kwa hapa tulipewa centimeter per second. Kwa maana hiyo ukiangalia unajikuta unakosa hizi unit hazi correspond na unit tutakazozipata katika actual values. Kwa hiyo kwa maana hiyo binafsi ninahisi kwamba ili swali litatakiwa kwamba value of K iwe centimeter per second squared. Kwa kama tukilibadilisha swali letu ikiwa kwenye centimeter per second squared, swali linaweza likafanyika. Kwa hiyo according to me, I've changed this power centimeter per second squared. So then the equation to be equal to L is equal to K T power N, where K is in centimeter per second squared. So use the dimensional analysis to find the value of N. So by dimensional analysis, we can use this symbol to indicate the dimension of L is equal to dimension of K times the dimension of T power N. Dimension of L, as we know, this is in centimeter. Tumeambiwa kwa sababu K in centimeter, kwa maana na huyu in centimeter. Centimeter is the measurement of length. So dimension of L is equal to L capital. Dimension of K tumeambiwa centimeter per second squared kwa jinsi tulivyo change. Kwa hiyo itakuwa ni centimeter, which is L T negative 2 multiplying by T power N. Dimension of T is equal to capital letter T. Then L becomes equal to L T power negative 2 plus N. By comparing the indices, for T, kwa sababu tumeambiwa tutafute N, for T, on the left hand side we have 0 index. Then at the right hand side for T we have negative 2 plus N. So negative 2 plus N at the right hand side. So then N in this case is equal to 2. By making this one on this side, so then N is equal to 2. Kwa tumepata N is equal to 2. Then anatuambia kwenye swali letu sasa kipengele cha pili, it was number 1 imeishia hapo, so N is equal to 2. Kipengele cha pili anasema kwamba tabulate the results obtained in 1B and C including the value of t power n. N wetu tunayo ambayo ni 2. Kwa maana hiyo table of results yangu itaonekana kama hivi of results. Kwa hii ndio table of results yangu. Nina column ya L in centimeter na column ya periodic time ambayo nimeambiwa for 10 complete oscillations, time for 10 complete oscillations. Also I have the periodic time t in seconds, this column. Also the periodic time square, this one. After then anasema kipengele cha 3, use the equation 1 Roman 1. Equation 1 Roman 1 ambayo ni LT power Lk is equal to kt power n, and the results obtained in 2 to determine the value of k graphically. So by using a graph of it is equal to this one. I have drawn a graph of L against t squared. So a graph of TL against t squared is a straight line passing through the origin. Kwa sababu equation yangu nimepewa ni L is equal to kt power n. Kwa maana hiyo a graph is a straight line passing through the origin. After then naambiwa baada ya kuchora grafu vipengele vya grafu vyote utavifuata kama vile tulivyoelekezana katika video zilizopita. Zingatia heading, zingatia scale. Scale yangu mimi nimetumia horizontal, nimetumia 0.5, wakati vertical nimetumia 10. Tumesema kwamba scale nzuri inakuwa kwenye table ya kwanza, table ya pili, table ya 5 ama table ya 10. Kwa maana na desimali zake ni sawa. Kwa hiyo unaweza ukaextend graph yako ikawa kubwa either kwa kupunguza nini scale yako. Kwa hiyo ndo graph yako. Baada ya hapo anatuambia to determine the value of k graphically. Maana yake tafuta slope of a graph. If we determine the slope of a graph from the graph slope of a graph is equal to change in L dividing by change in t squared. So here I have change in L. I have, according to this, I have 70 minus 20 at this point, dividing by, this is 3 minus, here it is 0.85. So here a slope is equal to 50 dividing by 2.15, which is equal to 23.2558. Unit above is centimeter, unit below is second squared. So centimeter per second squared could be the SI unit of a slope. Tumeambiwa kwa kutumia equation pamoja na graph to determine the value of k. From the equation we have L is equal to k t power n. So from the equation slope is equal to k. So my slope from the graph is equal to 23.2558. So then the value of k graphically can be determined as 23, can be given as 23.26 approximately. This is centimeter per second squared, ambayo ina correspond na zile unit zetu tulizopewa. Okay. After then tunaambiwa baada ya kutafuta graphical tumeambiwa to compute number 4. Compute the value of c given that c is equal to g over k, where g is the acceleration due to gravity. Kwa hiyo utakwenda kutafuta value of c. This is number 4. We have given c is equal to g over k. So c is equal to g tumepewa huku kwenye front page yetu tumepewa value of G ambayo ni 981 cm per second square. Kwa hiyo ni 981, this is centimeter per second squared, divide by K ambayo 23.26 cm per second squared. Tukigawanya hapo kwa kutumia calculator yako, tutakachokipata 42.18. It is 42.18 approximately. It is a value of C. After then, without a unit, since centimeter per second squared cancelled out with the centimeter per second squared, tunaambiwa swali letu anaendelea, anasema kwamba determine the deviation of C from the true value. So deviation of C, tumepewa C from C is equal to G over K. So deviation of C can be obtained as change in C by C is equal to change in G over G plus the change in K over K. Tumesema kwamba error is always maximized. Kwa hiyo, but since G is constant, so then change in G over G is equal to 0. So then change in C over C is equal to change in K over K. We are looking at the deviation of C. So change in C is equal to change in K over K multiplying by C. How can we determine the value of K, actual value of K? Measure the value of K, tumepata 23.26 cm per second squared. Actual value of K tunaipataje? The actual value of K, kwa maana lazima upate change in K, ili upate lazima tupate actual value, then tutafute change in K. So actual value of K, the actual value of K can be obtained from the original formula. From the formula of periodic time, we have T is equal to 2 pi under root of L over G at periodic time of a simple pendulum. Imply that T squared is equal to 4 pi squared L over G, which implies that L is equal to GT squared dividing by 4 pi squared. So according to our relation above, this G over 4 pi squared could be the value of K. So then K actually is given by G dividing by 4 pi squared. So G is equal to 981 centimeter per second squared dividing by 4 pi squared. So upon your calculation, you shall obtain value of K is equal to 24.87 centimeter per second squared by approximation. Okay. So since we have the value of K, this is an actual value of K, and we have the measured value of K from graphically, then we shall obtain the change in K. So the change in K could be equal to, we are talking the absolute value, whether the actual value minus the measured value, or measured value minus the actual value. So 24.87 minus 23.26, the absolute value of this is equal to change in K. So which is equal to 1.61, that is the change in K. So since we have the change in K and we have the actual value of K, we shall obtain the value of change in C. The change in C, then change in C here can be obtained as the change in K, which is 1.61 dividing by K, actual value of K, which is 24.87 multiplying by C. C ni ile tuliyoitafuta kule kwa kutumia G dividing by K. We have 42.18. So change in C, in this case we have change in C can be obtained as 2.73. That is the change in C. 2.73, a change in C. It could be also this is the centimeter per second squared. This has no unit. The change in C. Okay. The change in C is equal to 2.73. We are looking for the the change in K. This is as a unit. Also, this is a unit. Unit is called this unit at here could be cancelled with the unit at this one, and this one has no unit. So then the change of C also could not have any unit. Number 6 tumeambiwa the percentage error in performing this experiment. So performing a percentage error we can obtain by taking the absolute value dividing by the actual value multiplying by 100%. So percentage error. Percentage error can be obtained by the absolute value of C dividing by the actual value of C multiplying by 100%. So the absolute value of C, we have 2.73 dividing by the value of C, which is equal to 42.18 multiplying by 100%. So when we solve this one by using a calculator, we shall have 60.47% as a percentage error. So therefore, percentage error in performing this experiment is equal to 60.47%. Endelea kufuatilia channel yetu ya Mama Physics. Usisahau kushare, kusubscribe na kulike. Thank you. Karibu tena.